Testing. Okay. A couple of people have asked me about entries, and um, I have a few entries that I like to use. Right here, and I'll go back to the 5-minute chart. Um, but this is the London close range. Okay, so starting at, I'm on Central Time, 10:30 is the last 30 minutes of the London market. Typically, what we see is this range acts as an area where price can run the low, come back up, run the high, or come back up to CE, which is marked out right here. Let's give that 2 points. Let's extend that a little more, get that even. Okay. See the 50%, the 1-minute candle body's held. This is a 5-minute fair value gap that I have marked out. Okay, we have some lows right here that are very smooth. And we also have some Thursday stuff that carried over as the daily hasn't shown this to be a Friday candle. Okay, it's kind of still showing as a Thursday candle. However, we do have Friday levels. Friday's our red day. All right. So this is kind of where price is going. Um, we do have the NWOG that does need to be filled with a candle body. And so I'd like to see, because of this rejection up here, I'd like to see continued weakness with price coming down here and closing below here, as we do have some imbalances down here, ultimately down here. All right. So I haven't even set up my Friday levels yet as the new contract rollover happened. Okay, contract switch. I'm on B adjust. Okay, so everything has uh, slightly changed on the chart. And so I've had to adjust and put all new levels for my days. Okay, so I still have Thursday up because we had a holiday Thursday. For some reason, the indicator is picking this up as still a Thursday candle. It did not switch over to a Friday candle. It didn't give us a half-day Thursday candle, then a new Friday candle. For whatever reason, Friday or holidays will tend to do that. Okay, which is kind of interesting. All right, let's just look at visibility here. Minutes, perfect. Minutes. Um, just getting rid of visibility on the daily so it's not 5 p.m. high. We don't need to see that. It's a 4-hour. Okay. Let's go back to the 5-minute chart. Okay, so the 5-minute picks up the range, and here's the range shown in blue. Um, and it does not pick up on the 1-minute for some reason, though. No, this indicator acts up on the 1-minute. But I marked it out on the 1-minute for you. So the 5-minute fair value gap, we hit 50% of that fair value gap and then rejected. Okay, we ran the low and we haven't seen continued lower prices, but I'd like to see continued lower prices. We do have the new day opening gap down here on the 5-minute. I think that would be a nice target. And we still got some time left. Quite a bit of time left in the day, so I do have my my SADI ATR levels because these are mathematical levels of where price gets drawn to and also uses. It's a nice confluence, and if you see that, here's the median. Okay, here's the call trigger, which we came up, rejected, and now we've consolidated around the median, and we have a put trigger, which if we're getting lower prices, we like to see price head down here. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to the 1-minute, and let's go ahead and this swing low on the 5-minute, that's in the order block. We are just going to take about 66% off. Oh, this needs to be I need to cancel this. The heck, why are we doing sell stop here? We want to buy. There we go. Back to the 1-minute. So sometimes we can get this range, and this range can just be part of price hitting a high as London closes, and then it just continues to go down, and we don't even get this 50%. So I started off with 7 lots here. At the beginning of the 5-minute fair value gap, I bumped it to 10, and if we were to get the 50%, I added another 5. Okay, so that's why we have this setup right here, but all within this price swing. This was a 5-minute swing low right here. And then we got a lot of smooth edges right here. Ultimately, I'd like to see price kind of come down to this put trigger down here. And that lines up with some lows down here. This would be a good target. This new day opening gap. If we go to the 4-hour, see if we have any confluence for the 4-hour. Okay, so we have price that ran all the way up. Okay. What do we have down here? We have a 1 a.m. We have a 1 p.m. which that close is right down here in the gap. But if you noticed our 5 a.m. candle, 5 o'clock candle, okay, we have a 5 o'clock point of interest. Do. Pretty nice. Pretty nice that 5 a.m. runs up to this 5 p.m. fair value gap on the 4-hour. Runs the high of a previous 5 a.m. candle. Also, we have the open of a 5 p.m. candle that sits right there. So nice little confluence for rejection points. And then still with an hour 30 to go, we have this 9 o'clock candle that's come down here to this 9 p.m. close. Okay, 9 p.m. low. And some points of confluence for rejection right there. So if we start looking at this new day opening gap, let's just highlight this green because we're going to be looking for kind of end of day stuff. And what green candles do we have? We have a 1 p.m. Okay, which will be coming up after the 9 a.m. candle. We have the close and the low of it that sits right in here. We have another 1 p.m. that has the mean threshold right in here. We have another 1 p.m. that has a close and a mean threshold down in here. And we have another 1 p.m. candle where we got an open and close all within this new day opening gap. So just by looking back, we do have confluence for 1 p.m. candles. So this might kind of consolidate a little bit, take its time right now. It's not in any rush. We still have a whole nother 4-hour candle that in an hour 30 to get down to this area. You know, we're not looking to wait that long. We're going to take most of our position off as the 5-minute rebalances. And we'll just take a look at that again. Okay, 5-minute looks a little messy. We'll spread it out. Okay, again, here's our median point. Okay, and price will hang out and just kind of bounce around these areas when it's building a position to maybe go to the next ATR level. And that's why we see the run through it, the run back through it, and now we're just kind of, look at all these candle bodies that are just hanging out right on this level right here. All right, we got a touch at the 50% level of this 5-minute fair value gap. We got a real consolidated, high resistance, slow moving 1 minute, kind of just slowly moving up. I'm probably not going to stay on this video for the duration of everything, as I do have stuff that I need to get done today. Um, but I'll show you. We're going to make this our, let's go for modify order, and let's go down into here with a 1. And that would complete. Let's go back to the 4-hour just so we could set up. Where's our first? So right here, the close. We'll just set this right on the close here, right at the top of the. Let's go. Let's go to the midpoint of this close right here. All right, and we'll come back and I'll let you know how all this turned out. Come on, mouse. The heck. All right, back in the London close range, 50% again. All right, we'll come back in a little bit.